As part of the 51 Shaktipeeta Yatra, today we are visiting one of the most powerful temples in the world, Kalighat Kali Maa Temple. This temple is so important that the name Kolkata comes from it. Kalighat is one of the 51 Shaktipeeths and holds immense spiritual significance. The main deity here is Maa Dakshina Kali. Inside the Garbhagriha, there is also a Mahavishnu Vigraha placed near the goddess, but it is kept hidden. No one is allowed to see it. Why is that? Have you ever wondered if God Krishna and goddess Kaali are the same? This temple reveals an incredible secret about this. Another curious thing is the Vaishnava-style orange tilaka applied to the goddess instead of the usual red. Why is that? And what is the story behind the Brahma Vedi, the platform beneath the Vigraha of goddess Kaali? Let's also uncover the mystery of God Bhairava of this Shaktipeetha. Who is God Bhairava and where is his temple? And what is the significance of the Kalighat Snan Yatra? Why does the temple close during this time? And why do the priests blindfold themselves and cover their bodies? Is it true that the right torso of goddess Sati is still kept hidden inside the temple's Garbhagriha? Come with me and let's uncover all these secrets and do a darshanam of this Kalighat temple complex. Guys, now we have reached Howrah railway station. From here we have to take metro to the Kalighat temple. First we have to go to Esplanade and from there we will have to change the lane to Blue Line. You can also get buses from Howrah bus station, which is situated near Howrah railway station. For ease of travel, we are using the metro. There is a metro station near the temple called Kalighat. From there, it's almost 500 meters to the temple. A skywalk to this temple was recently inaugurated, which you can also use to reach the temple. The temple now has a new corridor with many pillars and its walls are decorated with traditional Kalighat style pattachitras or scroll paintings. So without any delay, let's enter the temple complex. On the way to the temple gate, there are shops on both sides selling different puja items. Finally guys, we have reached in front of the Kalighat temple. Behind me you are seeing is the amazing Kalighat temple. If you are not familiar with the history behind the Shaktipeeths, let me explain. The origin of the Shaktipeetha at the site is associated with the goddess Sati who married god Shiva. Daksha, her father, was unhappy with his daughter's choice of husband. And when he performed a grand yajna for all deities, he did not invite god Shiva or goddess Sati. Goddess Sati, however, went to the sacrifice. Daksha humiliated god Shiva and goddess Sati couldn't bear the insults toward her husband. So she jumped into the fire and left her body. Meanwhile, god Shiva was stricken with grief and rage at the loss of his wife. He threw 2 locks of his hair on the ground and from it emerged god Veerabhadra and goddess Mahakali. God Veerabhadra and goddess Mahakali destroyed the sacrifice while the former killed Daksha by cutting off his head and burning it. After Daksha's family and the other gods prayed to god Shiva to restore his life, god Shiva ordered the head of the sacrificial god to be brought to him. The god's head was later fixed on Daksha's body. God Shiva put goddess Sati's body over his shoulder and began his dance of cosmic destruction. The other gods, afraid of the destruction of 3 worlds, asked god Vishnu for help to ease the anger of god Shiva. God Vishnu sent his weapon Sudarshana Chakra to destroy the corpse of goddess Sati. Pieces of her body fell until god Shiva was left without a body to carry. Seeing this, god Shiva sat down to do Mahatapasya or great penance. There are 51 pieces of goddess Sati's body scattered across the Indian subcontinent. These places are called Shaktipeeths and are dedicated to various powerful goddesses. It is believed that 4 toes from the left leg of goddess Sati fell at this exact location. The exact age of Kalighat remains a fascinating mystery as no official written records exist. One well-known story says that the name Kalighat came from Hindu merchants. Before starting their dangerous sea journeys, they would stop at a riverbank called a Ghat near an ancient Vigraha of Mahakali to pray for a safe return. In ancient times, the sage Atmaram Brahmachari meditated deeply here. It's believed that he discovered a sacred part of Maa Sati's body and the powerful face of Mahakali here. The face is carved from a stone, but her long tongue and 4 protective hands are made of gold and decorated with beautiful ornaments. She sits on a peetham which believed in ancient times god Brahma used to meditate. This peetha is called the Brahma Vedi. There are actually 5 entrances to this temple. We are now entering Kalighat Temple through the 5th entrance. As we step in, look to the right. We can see the Balikhar, also known as Harkat Tala. Inside there are 2 Bali Peethas where animal sacrifices take place. During Durga Puja, as many as 1500 to 1600 goats and buffaloes are offered here each day. Behind the Balikhar, there is a God Shiva temple, and in front of the Balikhar also, there are 2 more God Shiva temples. Close by, we can also find the Shyamarai Mandir, a temple dedicated to Sri Radha and Krishna. From here, we can walk towards the Garbhagriha, the sanctum sanctorium, where the Vigraha of Mahakali is placed. There are 2 ways to have darshanam. The first is viewing from the main door. This is quicker, and if crowd is light, you might get darshanam within 5 to 10 minutes. The second way is to enter the Garbhagriha and touch the Murti. For this, you will need to go through gate number 1 and join a separate queue. On the way, you may encounter some pandits offering quick darshanam for money. Please avoid these and stick to the official queue. As you exit the Garbhagriha, right in front of is the Nat Mandap, also called Natya Mandapa. Also behind the main Garbhagriha, there is a temple dedicated to Mansa Devi, the serpent goddess worshipped for protection and blessings. To the right side of the temple, there is a beautiful pond known as Kundu Pukur. Both the pond and the temple complex have recently been renovated by the Kolkata Municipal Corporation with the support from the Reliance Group. A major turning point happened here when Bhavani Das Chattopadhyay came to this place. He was a devoted follower of God Vishnu and had come all the way from East Bengal searching for his lost father. Here, Bhavani Das met the temple's guardian, Bhuvaneshwar Brahmachari. Bhuvaneshwar Brahmachari was impressed and offered him 2 things: discipleship and the responsibility of looking after the temple. But there were 2 conditions. Bhavani Das had to accept the Shakta tradition, which means worshipping the goddess, and he had to marry the sage's daughter, Uma Devi. Bhavani Das agreed. And when he moved to Kalighat, he brought along his family deities, a Vigraha of God Krishna and a sacred Saligram Shila. He also built a Radha Krishna temple nearby known as the Shyamarai Temple. That's why even today in this powerful Shaktipeetha, God Vishnu is worshipped too. Bhavani Das had some powerful spiritual experiences here. One day during Mahakali's worship, he saw the red sindura on her face had turned into orange sandalwood paste, which is usually used for God Krishna. Surprised, he rushed to the Shyamarai temple and found that God Krishna's orange sandalwood paste had turned into red sindura. It felt like a message from the divine that Goddess Kali and God Krishna are not different, they are one. Even today, you will see a special orange or saffron tilak on Maa Kali's forehead. One of the most sacred events here is the Snan Yatra, when the toes of Maa Sati are bathed. After this, the Angavastra, the sari that has been covered the sacred toes throughout the year, is given to devotees as blessing. The temple closed during this time and the priests blindfold themselves and cover their bodies while taking out the sacred toes of Maa Sati. Every Shaktipeetha has a Bhairava deity who protects the temple. Here, the Bhairava Baba is worshipped as Nakuleshwara Bhairava. Now let's go to the Nakuleshwara Bhairava temple, which is located nearby. I'll add the location link in the description. We are standing in front of the Nakuleshwara Bhairava temple. So let's go inside. Inside there is an ancient Shivalinga along with the Vigrahas of God Ganesha and Nandiji. Nearby the Nakuleshwara Baba temple, we can see a temple which is dedicated to Jagatnatha Swami. This is the Jagatnatha Swami temple. Nearby there is a Hanumanji temple as well. Next, we are visiting the Adi Ganga Ghat, just 300 meters from the main temple. There are a few temples here, but sadly the condition of this sacred river is poor. Now it's heavily polluted. We can also find a unique Vigraha of Satyavan and Savitri near the Ghat.
Nearby the Ghat, we can see a temple which is dedicated to Jagannatha Swami. Okay guys, now we are going to see the Krishna Kali Temple nearby. Okay, let's go.
From here, just 500 meters away is the famous Krishna Kali Temple, located near Kyoratala Mahasmasha. Inside, there is a very rare murti of God Krishna and Goddess Kali together, both in a single Vigraha.
Actually, behind the Krishna Kali temple is the Smashanam or cremation ground, and from here also we can see the sacred river, and on the right side we can see the Mahakala Bhagawan temple as well under a huge tree. We can see here many Shivlingas and Nandiji Murtis. By this Krishna Kali temple, there is a Shiva Bhagawan temple as well. So let's go and visit that temple too. Shiva Bhagawan temple, we can't access it because it's closed like this.
Right in front of this temple complex is the peaceful Mysure garden. This garden has a special connection to Maharaja Chamarajendra Wadayar X of Mysore, who sadly passed away in Kolkata in 1894 at just 31 years old. Since his cremation couldn't be done in a general cremation ground, a special spot was chosen nearby. Later, a beautiful God Krishna or God Vishnu temple was built here, and the area became what we now call Mysore Garden. Inside the Garbhagriha of this temple, there is a beautiful mandapa, and over it, a God Krishna Murti as well. Right next to this is another temple dedicated to Maa Kali and God Shiva.
Okay guys, hope you all enjoyed this amazing Kalighat Shaktipeeths video. So see you in the next episode. Until then, bye. Jai Shiva Shakti.